Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week, and we do that for your listening pleasure. We continue to do that. And if you are looking for life, business, relationship coaching, or habit change, we'd love to be of assistance to you. In that way, we can make that happen for you as well. Just reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you where you need to be. Signs that you are falling in love is the focus of this particular audio and this two-part series. So what are some signs that you may be falling in love and don't really know it? Number one, your thoughts migrating to that other person consistently. And it's not necessarily thoughts of a future or thoughts of a past. It might even be thoughts of conversations you had with them, things that they have said, things that they have done, things that you would like to see them do, and the dreaming about a future together. But you continually and almost repetitively come back to the ideas, concepts, and focus that they bring into your life. Also, you are focused on trying to make as much of a interaction with them as you possibly can, and knowing how to do that in a way that makes sense for you is something that you're pretty passionate about doing in a continual and consistent way. Next thing is you're open to new experiences with them, but you're also open to new experiences which force you forward from being able to identify the things that you need to work on for yourself to get the most out of your life. That means you're kind of focused on self-improvement. You want to see the best out of yourself so that your partner or potential partner sees the best out of you as well. They will begin to push you to be the better version of yourself even when they're not around, simply by wanting that approval or connection with them. And so when you get the connection, you're then able to say, hey, they may like this, or they may be excited by this, or I could share this with them. But the idea that you're open to new experiences, new ideas, new concepts, new ways of thinking, believing, behaving, all because you've connected with a person may mean that you are starting to develop feelings of love for them in a way that is hopefully mutually beneficial for the two of you. The next thing to look at there is that you begin to make their needs and spending time with them your priority. So obviously when we're not in a relationship, our priorities can be more towards work or our family or our friends or whatever, but especially in the honeymoon phase of a relationship, or if we see a person as more concrete or useful or a bigger portion of our future, we will begin to see the potential for them to need to be a higher priority for us, and we will make time to make them that priority in the way that we would want them to do for us. It's almost a mirroring of behavior such that when we see them doing it for us, we want to reciprocate, but also when they see us doing it for them, we hope that they will give back in kind. So it almost becomes a game of tennis, so to speak. I give, you give, I give, you give. And so ultimately what happens is that both people are stronger as a result, and therefore the relationship is enhanced and the desire to spend more time together is also greatly enhanced, which is ultimately what benefits both parties in a mutual way and hopefully in a way that can lead to something of greater value. The next thing there is you begin to forgive or look past their quirks or their differences with you. Doesn't mean you don't necessarily have preferences that they behave a little bit differently. You may, but you're not necessarily going to judge them in a way that you would if you didn't have emotions around them. So you are looking to improve yourself, but also be more tolerant of them in the hopes that, at least in part, they'll be tolerant of you, but also in the idea that when tolerance grows, you're really dealing with the real person. I think a lot of people fall in love with the idea of a relationship without having all of the tools necessary to allow that relationship to thrive and to go in a positive, progressive, meaningful, long-term direction. And sometimes people don't even realize what it looks like to allow a relationship to do that. And I say allow because it takes a bit of humility to let someone get to know you. It takes a little bit of humility to allow a person to, see your weaker side, see your stronger side, and identify the things at which you both can help each other and be mutually beneficial and growing in a positive way. And so that can be super helpful. I hope that this is beneficial to everybody listening. Please keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.